Brooks now time to look to the lights here. 14 laps of Oulton Park in Cheshire coming up. And it's lights out. Not an initially great start from Josh Brooks, but it looks like he might have hooked it up as they go on the approach to Old Hall. Nice move as well into Shell Oils from Bradley Rays. Up into third now, just getting past Josh Brooks. Through Britain chicane we go. Good news from Josh Brooks, he's in fourth place. I think he'd probably take that, wouldn't he? After the woes that they've suffered so far.
Dropping back a little bit now, but it just shows you what a front row start does. They've struggled all weekend, and at Silverstone have Brooks and his teammate Sykes.
Oh, we've got a red flag.
Yeah,
and Tommy Bridewell is gutted, but it's for the right reasons.
Yeah,
for
absolutely.
the right reasons. That will be declared a result. Josh Brooks, a solid fourth that for the Aussie. With Tom Sykes in 15th, just a single point for the former World Superbike champion.
Yeah, yesterday's race was fairly positive. Obviously, getting off the front row was extremely beneficial for being in the fight for the front group. And yeah, I was sort of struggling early laps to sort of maintain the pace that the three around me were setting. But then after maybe 5 laps, it sort of settled into a pace I was pretty comfortable with, and I actually made a bit of ground back. And then with the tyres starting to come into effect, the race got red flagged. So not sure if exactly what would have unfolded if the race had continued on, but it looked as though the guys just ahead of me were having a few moments. So that was sort of encouraging that we were maybe able to put a bit more pressure on. If the bike's working good and I can get it round in front of the others, then even better.
Well, it's still learning, isn't it? Back from World Superbikes, no electronics, but Scott Redding seemed to do with it all right, so just needs to get his finger out.
There's areas of the bike which are working well, but there's a specific area which is I'm not able to ride around it at the moment, and without going into too much detail, I think today is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle. I'll give it everything, but hopefully now I think we've got our eyes on the issue and we'll look to rectify that next time out.
It's time for race 2. Lights out at Oulton Park. There is Lee Jackson. We're talking about number 14, further back Brooks there. Hickman just a couple of places lost. Danny Kent just going through mid-pack. Leon Haslam has made another place up, number 91 there on the vision track. Kawasaki, there he is, the blue, white and red machine. Just gone through on the Ducati of Josh Brooks. Jason O'Halloran goes up the inside of Josh Brooks into Lodge. Glenn Irwin, Josh Brooks, Danny Buchan. And final points went to Sykes, Storm Stacey and Tom Neve.
Very difficult in race 2. We made the smallest of changes because race 1 was obviously much more positive than we've had recently, and unfortunately it was the wrong way. As small as the changes were, it just any sort of change in the wrong direction in races as tight as these, and you pay a big penalty. So I struggled really heavily, and then after the pace car come out, then I really struggled again even with the tyre to try and get it back into working range. So yeah, really disappointed with that race 2. All we can do, obviously the changes we made were to try and improve the bike off of race 1's results, but as it was the wrong way, we're just going to go back to what we had in race 1 and try and push for a decent result in race 3.
We're ready to go. 18 laps coming up then. Race 3 of the weekend here. The Race of the North. Bennetts British Superbike 2022. And away we go. Tommy Bridewell didn't get away initially well. And there is Josh Brooks. All of that group then, the top 10. Brooks just behind Irwin on circuit.
Storm Stacey.
It's a good ride, this.
It is a good ride, yeah.
I mean, it's good company to be keeping here. Tom Sykes and Peter Hickman just up ahead of him.
Yep, he'll know that.
When Josh Brooks, Peter Hickman, Kyle Ride, Tom Sykes and Storm Stacey.
Where to start? It's been interesting. I've certainly learned a lot considering the Oulton Park test and the Oulton Park race event. I tell you what, to be honest, it's we've obviously clearly got some limitation, but on a positive note, the MCE Ducati is certainly working well in various other parts of the circuit. So for now, we're just going to address the main issue, where we have this limitation, and work from there. Looking forward now to just those couple of weeks to try and put our comments to a better package and join the fight.
We're definitely not enjoying the position that we're finishing as a team, and for the riders as well. For Tom at the minute, it's basically still a learning curve for him. Electronics, you know, the package, the circuits that he's not ridden for, you know, 10, 12, 13 years in some cases. So, yeah, going forward, we can only build on these results really.